Some cat welfare groups are concerned that abandonment cases may rise as the costs of caring for them go up. A pet cat licensing scheme now requires mandatory microchipping and licensing of these animals. They say some might see the costs as an additional burden. However, other organizations say the new regulations will make it easier to track their pets, and they believe mandatory sterilisation should be the next step. Charlotte Lim finds out more.
Tiny was only 6 months old when she was found wandering into a first-floor condo unit. Her rescuer believes the cat was most likely abandoned.
Tiny was super hungry, super skinny. She was only a 6-month-old kitten, and she was very, very scared because that environment must have been completely new to her. So we suspect she was abandoned.
While Tiny was given a new lease of life, non-profit organisation Looney Singapore is concerned there could be more of such abandoned cats now that microchipping is mandatory. To make things worse, there is also a shortage of adopters and fosterers.
Rents are increasing. Prices of vet clinics have increased. Unfortunately, because of all this, we have had a decrease in fosterers. So now we're up to maybe just about 30 to 35. And the adoption cycle is definitely much longer. So before we could probably rehome an adult cat in, let's say, 1 to 2 months without any issues. Now it's going to be maybe around 6 to 8 months for certain cases.
The Animal and Veterinary Service says the number of cat abandonment cases was on an upward trend. It hit a 6-year high of 221 cases last year. But it's not all doom and gloom. The Cat Welfare Society is hopeful fewer pets will be abandoned because microchipping can help to improve traceability. There is also a 2-year transition period for owners to comply with the new rules.
There could have been confusion about the thresholds when the framework was first announced, and those who did not fully read may have been confused and used that as an excuse to abandon. But it is no longer new information.
These groups are also calling for mandatory sterilisation. They say while it reduces the risk of certain cancers, it also helps to keep the cat population in check.
With just unsterilized cats, it can quickly multiply exponentially and become out of control. So that it's a form of early intervention so that it doesn't lead to an overpopulation of cats in homes.
Animal welfare groups are also ramping up efforts to educate owners on the new regulations. Support will also be given to low-income households to microchip and sterilize their cats. They are also encouraged to spay their felines.